Hello everybody and welcome back to 3Y TV. And tonight it's the start of season number 4 of the OSCA, now Xfinity series. So something a little new here this week, and it's the Race OSCA 160 here at Daytona. I'm your host, Michael Goodman, and along with me is Carlos Acosta. And hey, we're back. And it's a party here tonight. Getting ready, getting down. It's, Super Bowl's coming up here in a couple weeks, but OSCA is going to have its Super Bowl going on right now. And qualifying is currently underway. I think no one has completed a lap, so you haven't missed a thing yet. You see Tate Lytle, I think, going to be leading lap 1. No, that's lap number 1. Currently, now third in on the leaderboard here as the car's just getting underway. And he makes his return to that 56 Fat Racing Chevrolet. So a lot of new faces, a lot of new places here this season, and of course the new car. Now, I never got used to saying truck. The first 3 seasons here of OSCA. And watch, Carlos. I'm gonna start saying
constantly
truck instead of car. Yeah, it's bound to happen. But there you see the 03, and that is Dylan Thomas. There's a lot of guys who he's also know him from running with OSCA. Make his second lap. Currently Matthew Bayak on the pole. And this season a little bit different too. They have charters, so some guys you might see filling in for other drivers. Something a little bit different too from years past. But what has not changed is the racing formats. And tonight, 32 lap halves. And I thought I remember this. I thought I was going to remember this before the race started, but it'll be the top 10 inverting here for the between the half number 1 and half number 2. I gotta get my broadcast back up here. Oh, clicked the wrong link. But we do have, speaking of things changing, I don't know why my thing's not cooperating. There we go. Speaking of things changing, a new team starting up this season here in the OSCA Xfinity series. Oh, and I think I moved him to the.
You did not.
I moved him to the wrong room. I did not. Well, we do have Austin Beers of now Beers Motorsports, also known as the Short Track Kid, formerly of ID Racing. Austin, glad that you could join us here during qualifying.
Yeah, glad to be back. I'm excited for this new step in my racing career.
So being a team owner, is there any it's virtual race cars, so I know it's not the same as owning a real team, but is there any different responsibilities do you feel that are on your shoulders here?
Not really. I feel like the group of guys we have, we're just here to have some fun. Run pretty decent, but ultimately have some fun. And I like the group we have. We got Brian Osborne, Tom Capuano, and Chris Jordan. They're a bunch of good guys. I like our schemes that Tom made, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see all the new faces and paint schemes out here. But I see the half number 1 starting to grid up. We'll let you get back out and get in the cockpit and race. And best of luck to you, Austin.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. That was Austin Beers, now Beer Motorsports. Just one of the many changes we'll see so far this season. And we get the grid up here. Matthew Bayak did get the pole. Damian Leininger filling in for Johnny Thomas in second. As he kind of looked through the top 12. Always good on the flight tracks. David Westergreen in the 9. Our two-time defending champion Johnny Eckert. It's going to be interesting to see. Different car this time. If he can repeat that success that he had last season. And again, that target is going to be on his back. So right now he'll be starting in that 10th spot. So keep a lookout on there, and you can take a look out for your favorite driver out on the grid. Now we'll look through the Middle pack in the field here, we just interviewed Austin Beers. And then 19, Kynan Jones. He'll be starting in the, it's kind of hard to read, 19th spot. And of course, he won that upset win at Rockingham last season. That was a pretty fun one to watch. Hopefully, make some exciting things happen here tonight. Dave Carpenter at 71. He's got the nice chrome numbers on there. We'll have to check that out at some point during the race here. New faces, I think Ray Racy in the 6th. Qualified 23rd. Look through the rest of the field. Some of these guys currently not gridded up at the moment.
39 cars.
39 cars showed up here tonight. Full field rundown here. Shane DiMantova in the 99. I usually see him in the 20s, a little bit different number palette for him. Should check out some of the other fields here for the rest of the field for the Brett Jones in 31st. Now I keep looking wrong buttons.
Come on.
Hey man, I'm old.
Like
I don't
3
know,
weeks
I
off.
don't know how to work a computer. Then rounding out the field, Tim Conrad making his OSCA debut here tonight. But again, 32 laps per half. Top 10 will invert. And one of the things I noticed I liked in practice, you know, running Daytona and a lot of other leagues, is a lot of leagues are starting up, you know, this time of year. These Xfinity cars for bump drafting line up a lot better than if you've seen in you know, maybe the next gen car or a lot of the other cup versions of the car. So these cars, it's sad that in real life you can't bump draft. And here in the OSCA Truck Series, they will let you. I think that's still a rule. You can only tap the bumpers. You can't lock on it. But here tonight, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of teammates working together. Again, with the new teams of Beers Motorsports, Fat and Sad Racing.
Oh, they're not new.
Shifty Motorsports. So not new. Nah, I didn't mean new, but new is Beers Motorsports. A lot of teams going to be working together here tonight. We'll see how they work together, but the pace car is going to get ready to dive onto pit road as we get underway for the race. OSCA, and that's their Twitter handle, by the way. Follow. And here we go racing. Matthew back on the pole. He takes the green flag as we get this race underway here at Daytona. Right now, that inside line forming up as they dive into turn number 1, but be sure to see that outside line form up pretty quick and make a run down the backstretch here in just a second. Let's go see who's going to get teamed up here early on in the going. So when they qualify, a lot of times these teammates got to find each other. And I think that's going to be a big theme here tonight. For these drivers, side by side, going into turn number 3, Bayak and Leininger. Dylan Gooden, one of the Final Four drivers. No, he was not in the Final Four, but one of the playoff drivers last season in the Truck Series. You see Leininger now on the outside, getting a good run, going to take the lead, getting in a dive down low. Right now he is not, as Roethlisberger giving him a good push through the corner. Right on that back bumper. As I was saying, right before the race. It's nice to see how they can lock on without upsetting the cars too much. You see, even through the corner here a little bit, you can get away with a little bit of bumping without causing a big wreck. But being Daytona, I'm sure we're going to see that at some point. But right now, everything's going good. Staying 2x2 almost as they started the race. Up to lap number 3, Damian Leininger is going to lead that lap once again. Holding on to that lead. That top line getting a pretty good run. I think putting counts on the front stretch. It seems like every time I race Daytona, it's almost the opposite down the backstretch from that top line. But see, I think they're just a little bit tighter together than what they are on the bottom. Back in the little yellow line there for a second, checking out the multi-cam view here on the bottom of your screen. This car is side by side throughout the pack again. It looks like the pace car should still be up front there. Nowhere to go. At least no one's getting too aggressive, making through wide. But as this race winds down, you're going to see the patience wear thin. Things could get a little crazy, a little hairy for some of these drivers. And if this race does happen to go green, we will be looking at green flag pit stops. I've heard a number around the 25 to 27 lap mark. It kind of depends if you're leading the pack or in the draft. So as per usual, you can probably make about 3/4, a little over 3/4 of the race. Oh, there's my math. Do my math numbers again. So if it gets to that point, but we're already at that point, if there was happen to be an early caution here, they did dive down pit road, they should make it. Now talking about 3 wide, Vincent Isabella in that one. Ford was gonna try to make that move, thinks better of it. They dive down back on the inside. Matthew Back still leading this race. Between him and Damian up front. Still not much movement with those two lines. You see again just how well they work together at the bottom of the screen there. Going through turn number 3. Back with a good run out of the corner, but I think that teamed up on top with Roethlisberger and Damian on the top side. Right when they get to the line, we'll see who's going to lead. Coming to lap number 6, side by side. I don't know who's going to get it. I think Bayak's got it right in the last moment. He got the momentum. Lap 6 of 32. Just a note, defending two-time champion Johnny Eckert mired back in 12th. There hasn't been a whole heck of a lot of passing because this car's 2x2. We see one car dive down on the bottom of the track. Can't quite make out who that is at the moment. That might be Johnny Eckert. I believe that is. So we've seen Johnny do this stuff in the past. He's kind of like Kevin Harvick, the closer, showing up at the right times. And usually you see drivers do that when things get pretty crazy. And right now, I know it's only lap 7, but it's only a 32 lap race, and the patience these guys are showing thus far is pretty incredible. Sometimes you want to get up there and try to lead laps. Right now, it's been a battle between the 29 and the 83. Kind of look through the field, so you can point out your favorite driver.
54 of Rashid Cole's.
Looks like Cole's hit the wall. Okay. Looks like he's still on that back end of that pack, and it looks like
he was all the way near the front.
I don't know if it's my scoring. I believe it might be my scoring. I'm showing some cars not on the track, but I think that just might be.
I think that just could be you. You did that enable full cars.
Yeah, it sounds like a me problem. So I was gonna check out some of the cars in the field, but I'm like, there's like 28 through 39 on my scoring sheet is not working. But right now, Matthew Bayak getting a pretty good lead. Choose what lane he wants to coming out of 4. He's gonna stay on that bottom side as he's getting that good push, feeling good. These two guys up front, Roethlisberger working well with Damian, and Good working well with Bayak. 4 laps to go here on lap number 9. It'll be interesting to see. The strategies are going to come out at some point. Some of these guys are going to want to step out, make some moves right now. Especially, I think, if you're in the top 5 or maybe in the top 10, you're pretty content at the moment of not being any bad situation of getting wrecked. Usually the safest spot is up towards the lead, but right now, you know, between 29 and 83, no one's really had an advantage. So if things did go awry, I think that the whole field could be in trouble. Right now, it is a dog fight between the 83 and the 29, as I stated earlier. See who wins this race down the backstretch here. Ooh, looks like some of the guys in the back of the pack, or the middle of this pack here, are trying to shuffle around and maybe set up their dancing partners, teammates trying to get with each other to form that run for later on in this half. Like pit stops. Once we get to that point, again, if you did make a green flag pit stop now, I believe you could make it to the end. A little short yet, but cutting it a little close than you have green, white checkers and stuff like that. So the strategy involved, as we usually do see in these OSCA each half. Be sure to follow along with that. It's always interesting to see the different strategies these guys pull out here. Speaking of pulling out, no one's pulling out right now. Staying in line down the backstretch again. Greg Grayson looks like Roethlisberger a little bit more steady than good and going down the backstretch, but good. Taking that lead out of turn number 4 once again. Here comes one last second charge here, coming to lap number 12. That time by Matt did still hold off. Leininger at 83. So I was gonna say there's also in the OSCA series they have the ladder series to work your way up into this Xfinity series, and there are a few drivers out on the racetrack that do run in the OSCA kind of factory cars, you can say. Levi Zielinski's in the number 44. That's the Chevrolet. Keeler in the 07. And that's the, I want to say that was the Ford. And then I cannot remember what the other car was, and I feel bad, and I apologize for not remembering it. But that's a Chevrolet too. I thought they had one for each make. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was wrong on that. My bad. So you look at those similarly painted OSCA theme schemes. So it's kind of a cool little thing that they're doing to make sure they get the best quality of racing and you know, just all around good guys joining a league, and that's kind of a good move to do. Good thing to see. Make sure these guys kind of earn their spot. And as the kids are saying nowadays, not bringing anyone in that's sus. I don't know what that means, but somebody does. Oh,
I know what it means.
We have. Oh, okay, there we go. And then I thought someone was talking to me in the racetrack. That was weird. Anyway, Bayak here looks like the field's getting a little bit more jumped up. Bayak holding on to that lead going into turn number 1. Levi Zielinski on, or Damian Leininger on the outside. Let's talk about Zielinski before there. Getting that push down the backstretch. 2 by 2. Gonna complete lap number 14, getting close to the halfway point of this race. And almost like a Gatorade duel, and almost any half, if you've watched OSCA racing in the past, one half will probably be calm, the other one will be crazy. Ooh. Oh, they're almost a wreck there in the back. I thought I saw Vincent get a little upset. I think there might be some cars wrecking down on turn 1 there. We do see a caution now coming out. It's kind of a slow developing wreck there. There you see this, I believe that's the 6. Of Bracy. Gets back going. It doesn't look like too much damage involved in that wreck, but yeah, then a couple cars getting involved there. I believe kind of hard for me to see some of the numbers there.
Mantova.
Oh, it's Shane Mantova, the 99 there. Getting involved in the wreck. It looked like Vincent got up in the wall, just kind of created the accordion effect. Man, nothing too hard of contact. Some of these, cars got to come down pit road, get fixed, but leading the race might be differently for some of these guys, but I think most of these cars can get back. Vincent tried to stay in that outside wall to prevent a big wreck from happening. We'll see what kind of created that. Might have been a muck draft gone wrong here.
Checkup.
Ooh. Yeah, it might have been a checkup. Carlson couldn't get woed up in time, sending Vincent in the wall. And Vincent doing a pretty good job staying up in the outside wall, but just too many cars to go by and just bottlenecked the field and kind of created the cluster that we saw there. See Bracy kind of getting most of the wild spin, just most of the cars just kind of cluttering up together, bending some fenders. Vincent might be the one might have the most damage getting to that outside wall. Maybe Shane and Bracy, that contact they made with their front ends, that might be an issue, but we'll see. They'll be able to dive down pit road, get that damage fixed. You see Thomas Capuano getting a lap back. Again, OSCA has the rule where if you're not involved in the wreck and stay on the lead lap, when the caution comes out, you get your lap back. There'll be 38 cars on the lead lap. Shane Nemantova with that hit. He has currently scored 1 lap down. There's the race off pit road. Osborne
missed the stall.
15. Oh, he missed his pit stall. Oh, I was gonna say maybe a different strategy there. But Damian Leininger getting off pit road, beating Matthew Bayok. This might mix up who they're working with who. They might be switching. Nope, it'll be actually the same once they start. If Brian Osborne comes back down pit road, Damian will be lined up with Roethlisberger and currently scored in 4th. Bayok came out 3rd again, so he'll be lined up with Gooden, who's in 5th. And then the rest of the top 10 coming off pit road: 6, Tate Lytle, Cody McLean in the 5, 7th, David Westergreen 8th, Dallas Myhan 9th, and Jordan Tarble rounding out the top 10. But if we do see that 15 car come down pit road, that might put Keenan Rowley in the 7. He's currently scored 11. Put him into the top 10. See if Osborne comes down pit road this time by. Yep, he has to, otherwise I don't think he'll be able to save enough fuel. Ecker with an extended stay. I don't know if he got caught up in the end of that wreck. I didn't see that, but he just got down pit road. There you see the 5. That was McLean there. Dewar and Robert Hill coming down pit road as well. There you see the field doubling up. Quick caution here. Getting ready to go back to green on lap number 19. Once they hit the stripe. Just a little bit past halfway. Gonna be wondering to see if it's gonna get a little bit more intense. I think we're just about to hit to that point where things were gonna start to heat up a little bit. See if things go a little bit crazier here now. Damian in a fill-in role in that 83, running in the top 2, 3 all race long. So he might be the new Kenny Wallace, the super sub out there here tonight. Well, Ryan Gamble out here tonight, the 9. I just hear the 9th place in the 41 car. Good to see him back out on the racetrack. Now we see the pace car diving off. In line 14 laps to go. Damian Laniger's going to hold down the green flag. Here we go, back at it. Back to green flag racing. Let's see what line gets teamed up here first. Looks like that inside line is a little bit more disciplined going down into the corner. Actually, it's probably about a horse apiece. Or six on six. Bottom line maybe forming up a little bit better on the exit of 2 now. And now they just kind of switch roles between Damian and Matthew up for that top spot. Damian not used to running on that inside line. Matthew not used to running on the outside. And there can be, I think, a little bit of a comfort level if you're being on the inside and the outside. Sometimes if you run on the outside long enough, also you run on the inside, maybe the checkups are a little bit different. And obviously, it's harder to hit your mark on that outside. You don't have that yellow stripe to go by. Aw, what a career for Big Ben Roethlisberger there. See his brother Zach. Not related. Currently scored in 4th position. Live scoring. Having a good run. It's going to be weird seeing Roethlisberger in that 98 last season in the trucks running the 31. Maybe he's just putting the age of his brother who recently retired. Kid. Like Big Ben 38, something like that.
Burn.
I didn't know that. So 2 by 2. Ooh, bring in the icy hot. You know, sad thing is, Carlos, I sometimes have to use that now. Start a new job. Back muscles get a little tight. So you know, that's maybe I'm the one who should be calling myself a 98 years old. But it does work, and you know the icy with the hot to and I forgot, it's been too long. Icy
to trap the pain, hot to relax it away.
Yeah, icy to stop the pain, hot to relax it away. There it is. It does do that too. I mean, we should get a sponsorship. Yeah, I mean it works wonders. Anyway, back up front.
4K video.
4K video of Shaquille O'Neal, baby. The back up front, Matthew Bayek and Damian Laniger still side by side trying to determine who's going to get the advantage. We're going to come to 10 laps to go next time by. Going to turn 3. The outside line warming up pretty good. It seems like Bayek gets a little bit more of an advantage. Like he can almost clear him. And as I say that, Damian getting a good run on the inside. And at the stripe, who's it going to be? 10 laps to go. I might have been Matthew once again getting that advantage now on the top side. It still might be early yet to get aggressive. I would say probably within 5 laps to go. So we're going to see guys, you know, we've seen Westergreen, he's moved up into that 6th position. You know, former race winner. There we see Laniger, now he's in the sucker hole in the middle, but he does have help from Westergreen in that middle lane. So we might see some 3-wide racing going down in turn 3. So hey, I was going to say wait until lap 5 to go. They're doing it now. There we go. 3 wide from about 3rd on back, 3rd to 4th on back. Like conditions, Bayek on that outside. Dominant much of this race on the outside, falling back. Currently scored in the 8th position. How about this? Roethlisberger on the inside. He took the lead there for a short period. But how about this? I think he won last season at Talladega. Tate Lytle coming out of nowhere, taking that lead. So now we see the cards shuffle just as quickly as that. That middle line, I think that's that sad, fat racing team.
Oh,
Alliance. No! Oh, there's a wreck in the back. Deshaun Dura. Oh, man, a lot of cars involved. Dylan Thomas Dallas Mayan Capuano.
It's the big one.
Brett Jones. That is the big one. Justin Dewar there with no front end, or same as Carpenter as well. Yeah, I think anytime get down to that close to the end of the race, bad juju happens. Dewar's, I think, the only car seen with smoke coming out of the back of his car. Damien actually worked his way back up to the lead as the caution came out. But that was the big one there indeed, and we'll take a look at the 3 wide replay. That might have been a bump draft gone wrong, or maybe a checkup in the back, or in the mid-pack there. Everyone here on back where they're trying to peel her, I think, in the 07. Osborne, McLean. So I'm hearing it's a net code kind of started the initial contact between the 18 and the 10. Oh no, Vikings car out there. Ooh, yeah, there's net code between the two, kind of just started that. Guys trying to get that side draft going. Sometimes iRacing does a really good job, but a lot of the things they do on the service, for some reason, recently, at Daytona, this netcode bubble is usually a little bit bigger than it is at most tracks. And for those of you at home, if you're not sure what the netcode bubble is, I guess I'm not the most technical person to explain it, but you know, they gotta have to predict what moves you make, and sometimes the lag between, you know, the internet and your own inputs, they do the best they can, and they can guess wrong. Try to keep it as live as possible, but a lot of people are getting involved in that wreck.
See that trick from 36?
What was that?
You see that trick from the 36?
I did not. What did the 36 do? We wanted to take a look at this again. No. Oh, just a little clip from the 32. And, oh.
No, dark slide.
Oh.
Shove it back into the ground.
He's doing like a half pipe. We're talking Winter Olympics. Isn't that starting like today or tomorrow?
It's starting soon. It's going to the gyro camp.
Oh yeah, you got it in the gyro camp. If you're prone to seizures, maybe look away.
We may have to talk to the judges.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the judges on this, and oh, whoa. He shredded the gnar. He grinded on the wall, was pretty sick. You know, I'm gonna have to say, you know, could have got a little bit more air, so I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Let's see what the judges say.
We'll see what the other judges say. We'll get that up momentarily. 2. Ooh, 2.5. Ooh, rough scoring from the judges.
See if there's anything we can do about that.
Ooh. Yeah, slip a little ching under there. Yeah, we can get her done.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. We got him changed. A 910. So mine was you know.
Now you're the judge,
yeah,
Russian
judge. Yeah, now I'm that guy now.
One green.
So 1 lap to green. We'll get the green flag with 6 laps to go, or 5 laps to go. 6 laps to go right now. And I think we're going to see a little bit more wild and wacky racing here. And it looked like the fat and sad teams, I believe that's you know, Tate, Damien, Western Green, they were all starting to form up in that middle lane. We'll see if they have this restart figured out with 2 cars on top, 1 car on the bottom, and yeah, it's going to be, we might see some burning indeed. Last 5 laps, who's gonna come out on top? Stay tuned and find out.
But the pressure releasing network always rears their ugly head when you least expect it.
Yeah. No one will know. And here we go back to green. Damien with the advantage. It looks like they had that restart plan. Damien's going to get in front of Tate Lytle. Now, right now, that outside line needs a little bit more help if they want to make a push towards the front. Their top two right now, Damian Leininger, Tate Lytle. Running top spot, Matthew Bayak, after getting, right before that caution came out, he was kind of on the sucker line on the outside, but he's going to make a push back towards the lead on that inside, going down to turn number 3. He's going to pull right up alongside the man he's been challenging all race long. Damian Leininger side by side. Bayak, I think, is going to get the advantage. Nope. Leininger's going to get a run here, coming down 4 laps to go here in half number 1. We're right back where we started with the 2x2. We're going to see maybe guys making moves. Bayak is going to clear Damian. Is he going to try to throw a block, or is he going to stick with Raleigh in the number 7 that's pushed him all the way up towards the front? Looks like he's going to stay on that inside. Going down to turn 3 as they're side by side. Things getting tense. You see in the middle there trying to go 3 wide. Dylan Gooden in the... Oh, he was in the sucker hole there for a second, but it looks like... Gonna pick up a little bit of help from Tate. Now Tate's going to choose the middle. Damian's going to the outside. 3 wide from second on back. And there you see Raleigh, going to the high side, leaving Bayak all alone. Is getting a push from the outside. He's going to challenge Bayak for the lead going down the backstretch. Oh, he gets pushed out of the way by Tate, and Tate's going to make a charge to lead. And he's going to side draft, take the advantage going down into 3. We're coming to 2 laps to go. And this is the time you leave an inch of space. They're going to kick the door in. And coming out of turn number 4, we're going to see who... Oh, boy, it's getting wiggly. It's getting wacky. 2 laps to go. Is it going to be anyone running in that jumbled mess right there? 3 abreast. Damien on the outside. Tate in the middle. Raleigh on the bottom. Currently has the advantage going down the backstretch. So those guys trying to side draft that outside line. Trying to get a little bit more help, I think. Only 3 cars. Well, in the middle, kind of got 3 cars at the moment. Able to stick with that inside line. You see these guys trying to get as close, trying to pinch these guys down the corner, side draft. Not too much room. We're going to come down to the white flag. Ian Raleigh in the lead. 1 more lap to go. Can he bring it back home? He's got 3 cars 3 wide right behind him for that lead. Damien and Tate on the outside trying to make one last push for the lead coming out of turn number 2. Oh boy, I'll be surprised. Oh, Beer's up in the wall. Looked like a solo car wreck. That is a party foul there. Hopefully there's no more fouls coming down to the checkered flag. We race this one out. Going down to 3. Tate almost tried to clear. Oh, they're wrecking the whole front pack. Who's going to come out of it? It looks like this 75 of Dylan Gooden's going to make it through. He's going to come out of turn number 4. Does Raleigh have anything left? He's not going to. Dylan Gooden, your guy in the car business, takes the checkered flag. Wow. And it appeared that the whole mess started. I thought Tate was going to see if he had Raleigh cleared. And just made that contact, and that gave Dylan Gooden the win. And there you see him doing burnouts. What a wild run. I think the whole pack got involved in that one. And man, some of the guys that weren't running up there at the end ended up in the top 5. So Dylan Gooden won the race. Keenan Raleigh in second. Ryan Gavel third, Vincent Isabella fourth, and Zach Roethlisberger comes home in fifth. And then coming home, Johnny Eckert, Mr. Two-Time, finished in 10th, so he'll be starting on the pole. You see the running order there, and we're going to bring in our half number one winner, Dylan Gooden, your guy now in the car business, getting it done. And Dylan, what was your cockpit view on that last lap?
I mean, it was just cars everywhere, man. I mean, we were 3 wide for what, 2 or 3 laps, and I mean, I was just like, all right, if we get the top 5 out of this, sure. And then everyone started getting super aggressive, and you know, it's the last corner, and they started spinning, and I was just doing everything I could to hold that wheel straight. And boy, golly, we held that wheel straight, and we kept her going better than anybody else.
Yeah, and what no better way to start out the season getting that win, especially, you know, the kind of the luck that you ended up last season. So again, congratulations on half number one win. And so now that you got that win under the belt, what's your outlook here in half number 2?
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, I could finish last, and I'd still be elated about this. I mean, we're just gonna go out, and I haven't decided. I guess I wanted to go to the back at this first race, but I wasn't really in the position, and it worked out. So I think we're just gonna try to race. We got a win. We're good, and we're just gonna race. And I'm shaking. It was so awesome.
Oh man, yeah, it was awesome to watch there. It was. At first, I did not think anyone was going to make it through, so that was an awesome drive. But before we send you off to half number 2, we'll have to give you the floor for any shout-outs you want to give.
Castle Motors, your friend in the car business. We have the Racing Underdogs on Twitter, Blue Emu, Voyager Digital, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Oh, DGooden24, that's me on YouTube. Check it out. And that's all I got.
All right, well, best of luck, and you know, for those who wanted to see the end of dominance of Outlaw Racing, well, too bad you kicked off the season with a win here.
We're back. We're back.
We're back, baby. All right, best of luck to you in half number 2.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet. And that was Dylan Gooden, winner of half number 1, and whew, what a wild finish to that one. If you want to leave your comments, you can do that right here on the broadcast. And it looks like they have a couple Outlaw fans, or at least one Outlaw fan out there watching here tonight. And currently we have the 3 wide TV crew. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Crew package. Pit crew package. So for 99 cents, you can send custom emojis in the chat. You can chat along with us during the race, have a little fun, right along with me and Carlos up here in the booth. So be sure to check that out on our YouTube channel. The broadcast going on right now. And always like and subscribe. I've been doing some gaming and streaming with my 8-year-old nephew playing Fortnite, and I almost need to get him on here to give that spiel of, like, please hit that like button and smash the subscribe. Yeah, I mix it up. You know, I'm not all hip like that, but yeah, you know, I try. Yeah, I deserve that. Yeah, and you know, I'm not even gonna try to pay the judges off because I don't deserve a better score than that. But you know, maybe I'm playing the pity points card there. That's what I'm gonna go with. So, you know, just like and subscribe. For me. Okay, we'll stop there. As hey, I'm Saved by the Bell. We're starting half number 2. And again, defending 2-time champion, or past 2-time champion, Johnny Eckert on the pole, Conan Jones on the outside. Austin Beers, I mean, yeah, he got in the top 10 after hitting the wall. Coming to the white flag, we kind of brought that up. And there's the Land Shark, Conan Jones, and that's 73. Pretty sharp looking car out there tonight. Then I do have to thank him for, before the race, I think Vic was talking about number contrasts on the on some of these paint schemes, and before in the practice session, his numbers were a little bit hard to read. So thanks. I'll give a shout out there to Kynan for helping us out there with that. Getting a little bit more visible numbers here for us up in the booth, and even you at home. So, what a wild half number one. What are we going to see in half number two? You see the starting lineup on your screen. And I think I'm getting messages of people that want to join, who want to do interviews. So, if you're a driver, if you're watching the broadcast, I'm just going to shout out this so I'm not going to type out to people. Just join me in interview waiting in the Discord. You guys are in here. Then we'll get you up in the booth. I can see if you're up there. Maybe not right away if I'm enthralled in green flag racing action here. So now, again, we just talking about the dominance that Outlaw Racing had, especially last season. And just the dominance that Johnny Eckert has had the past 2 seasons in the OSCA Truck Series, now Xfinity Series. So if you're rooting against Outlaw, you've seen Outlaw win half number one. Now you see Johnny Eckert on the pole. So now you got one more chance to finally break up that dominance. Can someone do it? We're about to find out. 32 more laps of OSCA Xfinity Racing action. And again, one last promo here before we go green. What was that?
Coles and Beers missed the start.
Oh, Beers missed the start? And then who was it? Oh, Coles. Rashid Coles. Rashid? I can talk, Red.
You're
but if you want to follow...
dangerously close to being fired, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Whew. Follow race_OSCA on Twitter. That's the name of the race here tonight.
It is.
But we're going to go green flag racing right now. As the pace car's diving off, Johnny Eckert's going to lead him down to the stripe with Kynan Jones on the outside. And here we go. And man, I didn't realize this with some of the cars not gridding up. You see the 29 and 83 back together once again. This time in the third and fourth positions. They got to be like, come on, man. Get away from me. And well, right now they do. That inside line gets formed up, going down. The turn number one coming out of 2. Inside line going, but Vincent Isabella, he's going to dart up to the outside. He's going to try to make a run for that lead. Here they go. Down the backstretch, Eckert still all clear up top, but see if that top line can form and make a push. Going already, 3 wide there in the a little bit farther back in the pack there. So getting that out of the way right away. Oh yeah, they still haven't figured that out. I think that's Dylan Thomas stuck on the outside in the 03, and now Vincent Isabella does take the lead going into turn number 1, getting a real good push from the 83. So not teammates necessarily. Vincent Isabella in the SAD Racing, and Damian running a Fat Racing team car, but they are formed in the alliance here for these restrictor plate tracks here tonight. You see some of the SAD cars going to the back, trying to stay out of trouble. That's a 96 of Adam Tepe. And here, completing lap number 2, Johnny Eckert still holding on to that lead. And we've seen him up front a lot last season. He's getting some more laps led early on in the going. In that 90 trucks promoting, I did it. I said truck. Oh man. Right as I said, I realized I did it. Oh man. Boo. How can I do this? Why do I do this? But so in his 90 machine, maybe I should just say machine and just have it just covered. But then they'll go like, I don't know. They'll race not machines, they'll race stuffed animals or something. I don't know. But anyway, coming down, completing lap number 3. Looked like Vincent Isabella got Johnny Eckert right at the stripe there. That outside line forming up good. Oh, we see some more 3-wide action. And there's that other, yeah, so it's Gavel in the Ford version of the open OSCA team machine. He's all by himself right now, though, on that outside. So 3 wide. Ryan, we see you. You got that brightly colored OSCA machine. And hey, I got to say that OSCA has that new logo. I like it. I like it a lot. You see it right there on the hood of that 41, that bright yellow machine. Still trying to figure out that 3-wide battle there. See right alongside Dylan Gooden, half number 1 winner. On lap 5 of 32, Kynan Jones now stuck up on the outside. Gavel trying to give him a push, trying to get that outside line forming up and going. Only the 2 takers at the moment. Still a little early for that. You see some guys, I think they see that 3-wide action up ahead. Some of these guys are bailing out to the back.
Oh no.
Johnny.
Goody, check out the YouTube chat.
Oh, I gotta check out the YouTube chat here. Oh no, Dylan. Oh, you forgot to thank the fiance.
No, he didn't. He doesn't have one now.
Oh, he does not have one. Oh yeah, I get it.
No, that was a joke.
Yeah, I know. I get it now. It took me a second. Dude, circle beat square. I was a little slow on that one. Anyway, yeah. What's up, Dylan? I think he should be banned from Victory Lane. I think it's deserved now. Man, he was quick to thank, Landon Castle, the guy in the car business, but, didn't thank his fiance right away. Ooh. Yikes. But now back up to the racing action. I think Johnny Eckert got shuffled out to the back there. So I was checking out the YouTube chat. And Matthew Bayak. Hey, and that battle that we've seen in half number 1, hey, why not see it again here in half number 2? It's Damian and Matthew up front once again. This time, Gavel got that good push from Kynan Jones to get up into that 4th position right now. So side by side, so that 3-wide battle, they were able to get it going pretty good for a few laps without any incident. So I got to give an attaboy to a lot of those drivers out there. Now lap number 7 going to be completed. Coming to lap number 8, 25 laps to go. And I wonder at this point too, if you're Damian or Matthew up front here, and if you see a car that's not the 83 for Matthew and not a 29 for Damian alongside you, you're probably confused, because these guys have been running side by side all night long here. And it could be a fitting way to end this half number 2 if they can battle it out for a win here. We're going to find out who's going to be in the battle for 25 laps, coming to 24 to go. Looks like Isabella got a little contact from the back end, almost lost control of it, able to save it. That's why I think you see that bottom line losing a little bit of that momentum. We're going to try to rebuild that charge coming through the middle of turns 1 and 2, and ooh. Hey, he is. Hit the gavel. Oh, and I think the gavel has been struck here as he's going to hit the back end of that 83. From this onboard here, it looks like he's trying to take a peek out there and maybe go for the lead. Coming down to 23 laps to go. Bayak leading this lap once again in that 29 on the inside.
Get some lap traffic.
Ford Chevy. I know we do have a lap traffic coming up here in the 54 car. We'll see if he has a proper etiquette here. A lot of guys prefer the lap cars to stay up high. Sometimes they stay down low. We'll see. Rasheed Coles, he's going to be put on the spot here on the broadcast. He's going to choose the right lane. Looks like he's going to stay up high. Attaboy. Oh. Got to get up. These guys are going to be hungry. As the pack, it looks like everyone's going to get through. Yeah, that's the feeling you have when you're that lap car out of the draft. I've been here more times than I want to admit, and it's because you don't want to hit the wall, and especially if you don't have that damaged of car, which looks like Coles does not have that bad of a damaged car. He wants to stay on this draft and catch up and get his lap back. But you don't want to cause a wreck either. It's a terrifying moment. But up front, still Damian Leininger and Matthew Bayak battling side by side. The tug of war battle between the top and the bottom line as we see all night. Lou, it looks like the 32 of Dustin Dewar. I think he's trying to take it high, wide, and handsome. We're going to make it 3 wide. I think maybe trying to get teamed up with his teammate David Westergreen. I think David's like, hey, buddy, maybe not right now. A little early for that 3 wide action. I know we seen Gavel do it just a little bit ago, but maybe not right now. Still got plenty of time for teammates to get back along with each other throughout the race here. Side by side again, going to turn number 3. Damian getting that advantage on the top side.
Oh, in the back!
Ooh. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. This could be the little big one. Oh, Dylan Gooden sliding through the grass. He's full sending it through the grass, trying to wool up here. It's hard to slow up in that grass. Save it. Oh, not too bad. There we see another car. I think that was one of the ones that the 06, the 05, maybe? No, it was the 0. I didn't quite catch what started that, but whew, able to hang on to her there. Oh, it looks like that was another number I think that needed to be changed. That was at the 72, Aaron Lanneman.
Was it the safety cone?
Hey, it's a safety cone car, and hey, no safety cones were harmed in that spin. Nice save. It's a contact between the 72 and the 06. And again, I gotta give the attaboy for that save. Derek Self, there we go. I was trying to look up the sheet and who was in the 06. All these new names. It's gonna take me a minute to catch up. Oh, big check up there. What kind of started that? The 6th going through a couple cars having to go through the grass to try to avoid that wreck, and that was Ray Bracey. Like Dylan Gooden, he was on it through the grass, able to save it. Now we see the cars going down pit road, should be able to make it. Ooh, were there more cars that did?
Zelensky,
couple cars,
Mr. Stahl.
Yeah, it was two cars.
Yeah,
two cars. Missing pit road. Why do I do this? Missing pit road, and Zelensky and DiMantelva. Matthew Back appears to win the race off of pit road. It's like I just could never be right, man. This is crazy. So after we see the 99 and 44 come down pit road, we'll see Matthew Bayak inheriting that lead once again. Coming out in second is Leininger, Eckert third. Kyan Rally will be fourth. Fifth, Dylan Gooden, half number 1 winner, Vincent Isabella. Sixth, seventh, Zach Roethlisberger. Eighth, Ryan Gavel. Ninth, Robert Hill Jr. and Dustin Dewar will round out the top 10 once those top 2 cars pit. get going. Oh man, I forgot to mention here. I forgot to mention from Robert Hill Jr. Robert Hill Jr. is doing a pretty cool campaign where he is running for the Mohawk Foundation, and they're actually commenting in the YouTube chat here. So thanks for joining us here tonight. And so I think it's between Dallas Myhand and Robert Hill Jr. making a pledge. So for every lap led, it's $1 per lap. Every top 10, it's $10. For every top 5, it's 25. Every win, it's 50. And that's addition to the laps led. And once the season ends in the points, it'll be top 10 in points. It'll be 150, top 5, 250. And if either of them are in the top 3, it'll be $500 plus a breast cancer awareness tattoo. And they're partnering with the Mohawk Foundation. It's an amazing charity bringing awareness and raising funds for breast cancer and ALS throughout esports. Breast cancer is something that is near and dear to their hearts, and as 11 years ago they lost their grandmother to the awful disease. And yeah, pretty cool thing that Myhand and Robert Hill Jr. are doing. So yeah, attaboy. I'm you know, again, I can't be biased because I'm an announcer, but I do it anyway occasionally, kind of. I just pull for everyone. I just want to see one of those guys get a breast cancer tattoo. That'd be awesome.
I just want
all right, diving down pit road, getting ready to go back green. Looks like Levi Zielinski did stay out, so he's going to stay in the lead. Now with 17 laps to go, so he's probably hoping for another caution to come out, maybe some more cars coming down pit road, or maybe some more cars wrecking out behind him. And oh, looks like Levi's going to be out on the outside, 3 wide. Out that 3rd position. Now they form up back up and tuck in all nice and cozy there. Oh boy, contact. Looks like Gavel and I believe the 7 of Rally getting together there. Whew. And I just read in the YouTube chat there as well. They're already designing, the Mohawk Foundation is already designing the tattoos for those boys. So let's go. Let's do this. Oh boy. Mayock and Damian battling for that lead again. And there's a caution out on the racetrack. Not quite sure where that's happened yet. Just heard it up from the race official from the tower.
Chad.
And oh boy, that's Chad Thurnquist, I believe, in the 02. That's kind of a hard number to read there too, Chad. But yeah, I think he's got bigger problems right now with that race car. It's pretty tore up. We'll take a look at the 3-wide TV replay here. This is kind of the back of the pack, and oh, right in front of Johnny, getting in the wall. And oh, Chad, nowhere to go. Oh, he's
my God!
Oh, whoa! Stuff happened. I don't even know how to describe that. So he hits the inside wall, goes flipping, and then Self comes in, cleans him up. And oh, he's flipping, he's rolling. And then he gets that little boost from the 06, and he still lands on the wheels. So you know what? Just for that effort, I'm going to give that an 8.75. 8.75. Oh, man, what a tumble there for Chad Thurnquist.
I think he yanked the wheel. You can see the wheel. It's been, like, yanked in.
Yeah, it was... He went for a ride. It's weird. It didn't look like the 06. We might have to take a look at the condition of the 06 car after that contact, because it looked like there was a hit registered there between the 02 and the 06. but it didn't appear that the 06 got that much damage, if any, from that wreck. So we're curious to see how that shaped up. We might have to see if oh, so right away. We didn't even have to pay the judges off. Good score. Hey, Chad, you know, it might not have been the best luck for you in the race, but hey, you got a good score on the flip. Yeah, we might be seeing Chad in the infield care center once he calms down from being dizzy. Oh, and the Mohawk Foundation says a French judge says a 5.4. A little rough out there from some of these judges out here tonight.
Hold on. I can take care of that, no problem.
Oh. See? Pant. Yeah, you know, just slip that under the sheet. You know, no big deal.
Let's see what the French judge says now.
Yeah, what do you got to say now? Maybe?
Oh, I don't have anything for it.
I thought I was waiting for something big to happen. Oh man, and hey, yeah, the Mohawk Foundation.
There we go.
1-2.
It's what we in the business like to call a slam dunk.
And hearing the French judge from the Mohawk Foundation, they corrected it to a 9.8. So good thing you slipped that little that sheet, you know, to show them the rules of how the car flipping is done.
Yeah, just forgot one key thing.
Yeah, you know, no big deal. So Matthew Bayak in the lead. Tyne Rally in second. Should be coming down to 1 to go here. And once we do, we'll have about roughly 12 laps left if I'm doing, hate to say it, I'm trying to do math in my head. Ugh. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it works out okay. A lot of times it works out scary. And we are 1 to green. Field doubling up. I was say, where's Damien? You know, Damien's been battling with Matthew all race long. He's lining up in that 4th position. And I think Dylan, half number 1 winner, lining up in 5th, probably right where he wants to be. I think that's about where he was running towards the end of half number 1, and once the calamity started, was able to break away and get that victory. But this race is still wide open yet. We've even seen some of the guys laying back, like Tate Lytle scored all the way back in 19th. I'm expecting to see that 56 car maybe coming up through the front here at any moment. So once we get back going green, 12 laps to go. We're getting close to that point. And, ooh, Damien. Ooh. Blinking a little bit. Hopefully he can get that stabilized once we go back green flag racing. So you guys in the YouTube chat, who are you pulling for? Coming down to the closing laps of half number 2. Let us know. Be sure to join the 3 wide pit crew as well. 99 cents a month.
Yeah, fancy emotes.
You can probably find that on the ground. Yeah, fancy emotes. And there we go, coming down pit road, going back to green flag racing. Here we go, Matthew back, charging through the gears, hitting that loud pedal. Damien already going down to the inside lane. And Matthew going up top. I think at 29.83 just can't share lanes. I think that's the name of the game, but looks like Ryan Gavel's going to get that opening on the inside to try to take the lead, and he will do that as they exit turn number 2, as the field's still trying to form up, get up to top speed. And the top line looks maybe a little bit favored right now. As far as the faster line, you see Gavel get right up in front of Bayak. And now Raleigh moves down on the inside. Gavel does as well. Now we're starting to see a little bit more aggressive blocking from some of these guys out here. I know, there he goes. That's why. Oh, yeah, both these guys. I didn't even see that. The Mohawk Foundation right there on the 7. And another caution out on the speedway. Uh-oh.
Hot Shoe Schumann.
Oh, and that's Steven Hot Shoe Schumann. Doesn't appear to be too much damage on that race car, but maybe a little crinkled up. And oh man, Dylan Thomas looks to be slowed on the apron once again. Tough night. See what brought. Oh, Schumann and Thomas getting together. Capuano nowhere to go. And, oh, the 06 and rough night for him. I like Kynan Jones getting the outside as well. It certainly looked like it could have been a lot worse than what it was. And I'm wondering if that was a net code second there. Oh, Gooden. Oh, tumbles into Brent Jones. And Dylan, man, you know, I hate to make a bad night worse for you, but you know that was maybe like a 4.5. You didn't get too much air. Oh, Capuano. Net code there.
Oh, net code there too.
Wow, 2 net codes don't make a right, and well, right into the wall for Schumann.
Ooh.
Oh, and then Brent Jones nowhere to go. He's probably thinking I'm all right, and then Dylan's like, "Oh no, you're not." And then, you know, Dylan, this is we're trying to honor the Winter Olympics. You're kind of doing the tumble of the Summer Olympics. I think tumbling, that's one of the things, right, for summer.
It's cold over there.
I don't know. And, oh boy. So now, getting down there, under 10 laps to go. I think maybe 10 laps to go right now. Coming to 9, Ryan Gavel inheriting that lead. Whew, so yeah, the Mohawk Foundation, if you're looking for their race cars in the 29 of Bayok, 7 of Raleigh, the 26 of My Hand, and the 05 of Robert Hill Jr. Ooh, the Russian judge says a 1.9 because of the net code. I just think not enough air there either in the chat.
I agree.
So, Tim Conrad, the Weekend Woods. We got a lot of sponsors out here watching. The Weekend Woodsman. I might have to check that out. I got a beard. I can do this. Conrad currently, at least on my scoring, I think is screwed up, but he's currently scored 21st. Trying to survive here at the end of this race, especially getting to that time. Oof, he might have to charge his way to the front, getting a chance. Get in some tussles here. I don't think anyone's safe out there, as we've seen from half number 1. Gavel in lead, Raleigh in second. Dustin Dewar, I think he's going to restart on the outside. As a little, I'm trying to read the live scoring, but Bayok in third, Dewar fourth. Gooden fifth, and Zielinski, he's trying to stretch that fuel out. I heard on the driver's chat he was saving that whole caution, which if he can stretch this fuel out to the end of the race, that'll be I think the move of the race. So coming to green with 8 laps to go. Some different faces up in the top 10 here as well. And as we've seen from half number 1, that might not be necessarily the faces that end up front once the checkered flag flies. As it is go time. We've seen Dylan Gooden lead the 2022 A season off with a victory. Who can be number 2 to get into victory lane here tonight? We're about to find out. 8 more laps of racing. Maybe a little bit pacing. Never know. I'm just hoping for racing.
The equivalent of groundhog looking at the shadow.
Yeah, it could be Groundhog Day indeed. And now pace cars off. Gavel gonna hit the loud pedal. We're back to green flag racing. And getting a good jump over Raleigh. And he's gonna pull right up in front. Get on the outside line, as that's where we seen right before that caution came out where he preferred to be. But I think he's just blocking whatever line's gonna get a run. That's gonna leave the door open for that 7 cars. Dewar is giving that 7 car Raleigh a good push, as he's gonna pull alongside Raleigh coming out of turn number 2.
Oh.
Oh, and Dewar getting a little squirrely behind the 7. That could cause calamity. He's got to get that bumper locked in straight. Otherwise, we could see another wreck here. And there you see Dewar supporting the Olympics there in his 4. You can see that very clearly out of the back camera of the 7 car Raleigh. Trying to push him up to the front. Looks like Raleigh's going to lead this lap.
I think Gavel got it.
Oh, you're giving it. Oh boy, getting close side by side. I thought almost going to make contact there. Gavel getting a little bit of advantage. Raleigh getting as close, trying to pinch him down the corner. As you see how that top lane getting a little bit lower. Oh, Dewar turned into the wall. And there is the big one. Again. There's Roethlisberger going around. Dewar front bumper missing on his machine once again. Tough night for the 32. Roethlisberger trying to get up to speed after going for a little bit of a ride there as well. Looks like some heavy damage to the rear end of that 98 car as well. A lot of cars going through the grass. I believe the 4 car of Chris Jordan was involved in that as well. See, it looks like Dewar got a little loose. Might have to check out a different angle there. Got a little loose coming out of the corner. And it kind of appeared he was in a kind of a tank slapper situation there and just never got the car straight. And I think maybe, I'm kind of assuming here. We'll take another look. This is Roethlisberger's view. Oh, and right in the front of Dewar. Oh, gets Westergreen getting a little bit of side contact there as well. So another tough break for Roethlisberger there as well. See if Tate gets through that wreck. Oh boy. Seas parted. Ooh, almost made it 3 wide. Slower up. Caution's out. Caution's out. And he does. All his guys get through. There's another one of the Mohawk Foundation cars, Dallas Myhan. Let's see how he got through the wreck there. Going through the grass. Ooh, hitting a little bit of the infield bumps there. Does a little drift on the inside of the track. Keeps her out of trouble off the wall. And for that Mohawk Foundation, able to keep going. Hit that pledge mark going as well. Yeah, it looked like Dewar just never quite got his car stabilized out of the corner after he got loose. And maybe a little bit of contact from that 44 that sent him around. But now with the closing laps here, right now scored with 5 to go. Kynan Rally. So I'm sure the Mohawk Foundation watching along here at home are pretty excited to see that 7 car up front. And Ryan Gavel in the factory stock machine of the OSCA in second. And then Matthew Back in third. Another Mohawk Foundation record car as well. Oh man, I'm watching the replay of the replay on the broadcast, checking out the chat, and again, yeah, follow us along in the live chat here on 3 Wide TV. Seems like those guys are having a good time. Mohawk Foundation, shout out to them. Ice Cold Gamer, yeah, he mowed the lawn there indeed. The Weekend Woodsman. That's all you guys tuning in, greatly appreciated. Always fun to bring the action to you, and we have a wild one here tonight. We're not even done. Getting close to the green-white checkered situation, but we have 3 to go. Once we go back to green flag racing, as we are 1 to go. So it's going to be the Mohawk Foundation on the bottom. OSCA and Stanley battling up on top. Stanley Tools. Seen a lot of those, the Sad Racing team going with the petty cars from when they merged with Evernham, but going with the Evernham numbers. So very interesting. Kind of like it. Coming down, 3 laps to go. Who do you guys got? Levi's still out there, not even hitting pit road yet. But some of these every caution gonna benefit that 44 car as well. That has not come down to pit road. Get any fuel, but can he make it? 3 more laps. Now we're getting to the point of green and white checkers coming to play. That could hurt Levi as well. Stay tuned. A lot of storylines that we don't even know are going to happen here in just a little bit. Pace car is going to dive onto pit road. Here we go. Back to green flag racing. Rallies on on the loud pedal. Excuse me. Yeah, good thing he didn't burp or cough it like I did there on the restart. He did not. As those Mohawk Foundation cars locking bumpers going to the inside. Turns number 1 and 2. There you see Gavel once again pinching that inside line right down to the outside of the inside line. Side by side, Gavel getting a good push there from Isabella on that top lane. Still about how we restarted this race, and 29 car looked like it got a little upset there coming out of turn 2, but still getting a good push. Rally's going to lead this race with 2 laps to go. Be on their way getting a tattoo or something here if they can pull this race out. But a lot of these guys behind them are hungry for that win as well. As we see that top line of Tate Lytle towards the back of that pack, trying to lead that 3-wide charge. And Damien goes around.
Let's cut away from that one.
Oh, man, that was a hard hit to the inside wall. We keep going green as it was off the racing surface, so coming down to the white flag if they can get it. Caution is out. Oh, man. Oh, man. So they brought out the yellow. Damien trying to get back up to speed. Heavy damage. You've seen that contact in the inside wall. So we're going to get a green-white checkered situation here for half number 2.
I think that may have been a manual, an admin thrown caution.
Yeah, that might have been an admin thrown caution for that one, but understandably so. A pretty big wreck on the backstretch.
If we can pull up a replay of that incident.
Let's see what exactly happened here on the replay. 3 wide, Damien. Contact between the 15 of Brian Osborne. And tough break there for Damien running up front most of the night here. Not gonna have the results here to show it. After that That spin through the infield and oof. Again, we're glad we're running esports and not real life. That would have been a tough hit, that inside wall. Had a pretty good clip of speed. And they were probably just a couple hundred yards from getting that white flag, but alas, we are under yellow. Gonna get a green-white checkered.
No one's going down pit road.
No one's going down pit road, which I'm still surprised to see. That 44 who is not pitted, currently scored in fourth, elects to stay out once again. I suppose you made your bet on that strategy. You gotta let it ride at this point. That's certainly what Levi Zielinski in his number 44 Chevrolet is doing. So your top 5 right now is Rally, Bayak, Gavel, Zielinski, and Isabella.
Vic is saying iRacing threw that caution.
Oh, iRacing did throw the caution. Okay. So maybe with with that much heavy front end damage on the front end of the 83, maybe not getting up to speed in time. And I'm sure that's how Damien feels in the 83 after that wild ride. So we could see a little bit more elbow
Damien's
burning.
gonna need some icy hot.
Oh, definitely. When the heat is on, I forgot the rest of that, but the pain is gone. Okay, there. Oh yeah, see, yeah. Icy numb the pain, hot to relax it away.
Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We got 23 viewers, but only 1 like. We can change this. If we get 5 likes, if we get 5 likes, Goody's gonna get a tattoo of a bunny in his butt.
Who says I don't already have one?
You can get a second one then.
Oh, cool. You can multiply like, rabbits.
I'm gonna choose to stop and move on to the next section.
Yeah, carry on. So now we're 1 to green, so perfect timing after that. Going to our first green-white checkered attempt here. Matthew Bayak, Kean Rally on the front row. Those 2 OSCA factory cars of Gavel and Zielinski in row number 2. And then Isabella, and man, it feels like I hope this changes this season. But Nicholas Monticelli, how about that, up into the 6th position? He's got his teammate of Kyle Carlson starting in 7th. Half number 1 winner, Dylan Gooden 8th, Jordan Tarble 9th, and Dallas Myhand rounding out the top 10 as they're about to take the green-white checkered. And I'm sure that top 10 you see right now on the left side of your screen is not going to be the same top 10 once the checkered flag flies. And we've seen Gavel, how aggressive he was on that top side, but now he's on the bottom. Let's see how that top lane, again, that's about the distance they were running under green flag conditions beginning of the race. And you've seen towards the end how close, you maybe fit a sheet of paper between the 2 cars. The pace car is going to dive off. Kind Rally's going to hit the loud pedal. He's going to get a good jump here. It's going to leave some room for Bayak to get in, tucked in right behind him, if need be. Gavel calling out his shot after that strategy of maybe getting too big of a lead for the 7 and 29. See what happens. Gavel takes a peek to the outside. 2 laps to go. I know that top side is starting to form up, getting a little help from Zielinski, but does he have enough fuel to bring it back around one more time after this lap? Kind Rally coming out of turn 4. He's looking to take the white flag.
You got side
once again. See if, yeah, Gavel's trying to get that side drive going. Beer's up on the top side, 3 wide. As we are down to 1 lap to go. And we've seen how wild and crazy it got last time in half number 1. Is it going to get calm? Is it going to be crazier this time as you see Westergreen and Tate Lytle trying to form up the third lane up top? Do they have enough time to get up front? We're going to see some blocks here down the backstretch. Everyone trying to get their last second positions. Gavel pulling up alongside of Rally, going down into turn 3. You see the cars getting close and bobbing and weaving. Bayak's pushing that 7 as hard as he can, coming out of turn number 4. I don't think anyone's got anything for him. The number 7's gonna hold him off. Oh, there's bumping in the back. And Rally's gonna win half number 2 of the Daytona Race OSCA 160, as now they're wrecking after the start finish line.
Oh,
and what a wild finish. Wow, flipping, wrecking. Hey, you gotta give it to Zielinski, made it back around. And Gavel giving a little celebratory bump there. Attaboy for Kyan Rally. Matthew Bayak second, Gavel third, Vincent Isabella fourth, and Levi Zielinski fifth. And how about Monticelli? Hey, you finished 6th. I didn't jinx him. Had a job, Nick. And Kyle Carlson 7th, Tate Lytle 8th, Dylan Gooden 9th, and Jordan Tarble rounding out the top 10. And I thought Gavel was almost going to get in the back end of the 2 leaders up front, able to stay off, but everyone behind him kind of creating chaos. Gooden sliding across the line. A lot of this wreck happening after the start finish line, so everyone already finishing the race at this point. Ooh. Gooden flipping, tumbling for a long time. I'm going to give that, a pretty solid. Give him a 6.9. How about that? And that day. And there you see Kyan Rally burning it down, getting his first victory here in the OSCA Xfinity Series. Had a boy there. It's the Mohawk Foundation. I bet you those guys are happy watching along at home. And that is a first win ever for the Mohawk Foundation sponsored driver. So congratulations to them. And be sure to check them out, which I at the moment, not quite sure. Maybe Google it. Maybe they'll tell us there in the chat where to check them out at, and maybe support a good cause there as well. But now we'll bring in our top 3 here for half number 2, a wild and wacky one indeed. We'll bring up, and I'll hopefully bring him up into the right room. We'll bring in Ryan Gavel. Ryan, man, you're making it fun out there. Interesting. Came pretty close to getting a shot at the victory tonight. How'd the car feel out there?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. I mean, for a last-second deal I put together, I messaged Vic this afternoon because I saw some people posting about this race tonight. I was looking for a race to run, a league to run, and, I mean, no better place to start than the first race. But, yeah, the car was great. I mean, that was some of the best super speedway racing I've been a part of. The fact that we had a full field of 40 cars and ran so clean, that first race especially, I mean, I was throwing it in there 3 wide a couple times, and everyone was holding their lines great. And I don't think the lead pack wrecked much other than the last lap of both races. So, I mean, that was some incredible racing with everybody. Glad I got to be a part of it. I mean, 2 third-place finishes, can't complain with that.
Yeah, not a bad night overall, indeed. And I heard you call out. I've been, I dabble listening to the drivers chat there, and I thought maybe you thought that that Rally got maybe a little bit too big of a lead on that restart, and you think you're going to get a run and have that chance at getting the victory lane?
I did. Once we took the green there on the restart, or before we took it and he took off a little early, I was like, wow, that's bold, because I thought, he was going to wait till green, and I was going to wind up stuck on the bottom with nowhere to go, pinned down there. But once he did that, I was like, all right, maybe I do have a chance here because I can get to the top. But it didn't really work out like I hoped. So once I got to the top line, got a good push from the 44 and everybody, but just wasn't enough. It's tough with the side drafting and everything. You kind of just get locked next to a guy. It's a lot harder to clear people and whatnot. So it was definitely tough, but made it to third. So that was about all we were going to get anyway. Once the caution came out there coming to the white flag, and I was third, I knew it was going to be tough. You kind of needed to be on that front row to have a real shot.
Yeah, it was, but still a pretty good effort, pretty good night overall indeed. So, as you said, it was the last second kind of a deal you put together. Are you expecting to run full time here in the OSCA Xfinity Series?
I'd like to if I'm allowed to. Thursday nights are the one of few nights I'm available to run, and there isn't many leagues on Thursday. I used to do the Elite Racing League, and they don't have anything on Thursdays, and I really can't do much else with them. So my schedule with them is pretty tight, and I'm unavailable. So I'm hoping to run more races. I got to look at the schedule. I can make the far majority of them, so I'd like to try and make some more races. It's not really my decision. This was a last second, promoter's choice thing. But if I'm allowed back the next few weeks, fill the field up and put on some good racing, I'd love to. There's some really exciting road courses I see on the schedule. Bathurst is one thing that jumped out at me. That's a track I love Bathurst, and I'd really love to run that race more than anything. So might fill in for some guys here and there, might run the whole season in this 41 car. I love this paint scheme Vic put together, this OSCA car. So it looks great. Got to thank him for letting me in more than anybody. And it was a damn good show.
Yeah, hey, two third place finishes. That's a pretty good resume to propel yourself to a full time ride. I'll have to say, and knowing from experience too, and announcing other races that you've been a part of, you put on some of the best road course shows out there. So, that's my promoters getting you into a full time ride here in the OSCA Xfinity Series. But with that, Ryan, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just gotta thank you guys obviously for putting on the show. Gotta thank Vic for letting me in last second, and yeah, hopefully I can come back for some more. I know there's people that might miss races here and then that I can fill in for again. Hope I put my name out there. Shit, I might be leading the points after this. I don't know what's going on. This was, like I said, a last second deal put together. So, hell, maybe I'll stick around. I don't even know. Where are we next week? Do you know?
Next week's Homestead.
Oh, all right, I'm back. Sign me up.
Oh man, Carlos heard Bathurst, Homestead. Are you okay, Carlos?
Huh? What?
He passed out. He's good. He's good.
Well, I'm in. That's for sure.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see you out here a lot more here in the OSCA series. And thanks for joining us, Ryan. And best luck to you in the future here.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, me too. That was Ryan Gallo coming home in third both races. And coming up next will be our second place finisher, Matthew Bayak. We'll bring him in the booth. And Matthew, pretty solid night, finishing sixth and second. You look like you're up front for a lot of the both halves, so that had to feel pretty good to lead some laps, be up front. What's your assessment of your night here tonight?
100% success. I don't know what y'all know about our dynamic with this season. We have our 3 full-time cars, and I'm in the all-star car tonight. So I've only got 6 starts this season, and we're splitting it between myself and Nick Indelicato, Seth Rawls, and Nathaniel Cherry. So the fun part about not being able to run for a driver's championship is you get to front run and try to win every race. So usually I'll chill out at the back and miss the wrecks. But here I was like, well, we won the pole somehow. That usually never happens for me. So I might as well just try to lead every lap. And it worked out pretty great.
Yeah, yes, up front a lot. Well, one thing I had to mention during the broadcast, you had to be pretty sick of seeing Damian Langer out your window almost the whole race. You guys were doing an awesome side by side battle for that lead all night long in both halves. It was pretty fun to watch.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. It was really good, tight white knuckle racing from lap 1 of the first half to the finish of the second half. And yeah, I had Damian sucking down on my door just about every time I looked over to see who it was. But he was clean. He gave me just enough space and kept it off of him. So just a lot of good, hard, clean racing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, again, one of the, as Gavel mentioned earlier too, some of the cleanest racing you'll see on a super speedway with that many cars out there. You guys did a heck of a job, and I know you're messaging me during the broadcast. I tried to best to try to keep up with everything. Almost forgot about mentioning the Mohawk Foundation and you guys partnering up with them, and it's a pretty good deal. If you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, they're getting into sim racing now. They are a foundation that they would work through endurance sports events to raise money for breast cancer research and for ALS research, and they're dipping their toes into some sim racing here. And they came on to sponsor us for all of our 3 full-time OSCA entries and all 4 of our full-time OSCA entries. And to get a win for them on our first event with them on board is insane. As much as I would have loved to go to the win myself, had the opportunity to push Kian to the win in the Mohawk Foundation car. We are all super thrilled to have them and get a win for them.
Yeah, it was awesome, and they're in the chat. They've been joining along. They've been having a lot of fun here tonight, and they're pretty pumped up. So one thing I don't know if you know, where if anyone watching along at home as well, where they can check them out
at. Yeah, they have a website. We also have our own donation link and such. But if you check them out at the mohawkfoundation.org, if you check out the Shift Esports Twitter, we've tweeted out stuff. We've got their website on there. We've got donation links if you'd like to donate to the cause, anything like that. We've got their QR codes on the side of our cars for Dallas, Robert, and Kian. There's a lot of ways you can get there, but Shift Esports Twitter, their Twitter, and mohawkfoundation.org is probably the best ways to check them out.
You say they're sponsoring OSCA as well, and I'll be running that Monday. I might have to set something up. If I finish that race, I might have to donate some money for the cause. It's a handful.
That's another thing. I got into this thing and I was like, wow, this is pleasant.
yeah, it's actually stable, and that's what I was. We were watching practice earlier too, and just even seeing how the bumpers lined up, and even watching like you and Raleigh, just lining up the bumpers, pushing each other all race long, and I think you got help from Roethlisberger a little bit as well, and just how you lock up bumpers is so much easier tonight in these Xfinity cars than some of the other series you'll see. But yeah, one question: you said you're running a part-time schedule, and again, the schedule is awesome here for the OSCA Xfinity series. So what races are you planning on joining us?
I mean, I even said something the other day. I was like, if it were up to me, I'd run the full season because it is a pretty awesome schedule. I've got it in a second here with the ship's Twitter. They posted it like literally a day ago. I can go look at it real quick.
So yeah, we heard Bathurst on the schedule. Totally forgot about that.
I don't get to race the. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
Oh no. Then yeah, so a lot of fun, different racetracks. And next week at Homestead.
I'll be there for that.
Fun watch. So you'll be back right here at Homestead, and while you're looking that up,
I got it here.
Oh, you got it. What races you joining us here?
Yeah, I'll be here with Daytona, Homestead, Auto Club, Indianapolis, Atlanta, and Dover.
And Dover, ooh, another wild one there. So yeah, we'll hopefully, when the races that you do join us here, we'll hopefully you're back up here. And I know the Mohawk Foundation will be pulling for you indeed. But before we send you off, any other shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, to Seth Rawls. We've been super busy with everything shift related, getting everything tied up over the last few weeks. With all the seasons and stuff starting, OSCA and URSCA starting very soon, and the speed weeks for URSCA. It's been a super busy couple of weeks. Seth's been doing a really good job keeping things moving. Shift Esports and all of our teammates. We've had a lot going on endurance racing and such. Everybody's been putting in really good work. And of course, the paint schemes are very nice, courtesy of SR Design.
Yeah, the cars were looking awesome out there, and well, best of luck to you next week at Homestead, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the booth.
You goody, have a good night.
Yep, you too. And then, oh, there we go. And then next up, Kyan Raleigh, winner of half number 2. And hey, Gavel was thinking he was going to be the points leader after tonight. I think Kian is going to be saying something about that. You finished first and second here tonight. So I mean, Matthew, he was saying his night was 100% success. How do you rate your night here tonight?
It's a 10 out of 10, honestly. There's nothing else I can give it. We really should have won both races. Just, coming down to being at the wrong place at the wrong time in the first one. But I think it went about as well as it could have gone, honestly. Coming out of there with a second place and a first place finish at a track like Daytona is absolutely almost impossible to do. So I can't remotely complain about that.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I believe if I was trying to remember this when I was calling the second half, I believe you took the white flag in both heats or halves, did you not?
I did.
Yeah.
I remember the first one almost ended in tears. I had it by almost an entire car, and we just got a bit bent out of shape there. But I think it's possible to be good at these plate tracks, and we've shown that's possible because we got up there and we finished with both cars almost in the top 5, and then both cars first and second in the second race. That we're still running at full song at the end of the event there.
Yeah, it was a wild one indeed, and yeah, you didn't have to dodge wrecks like you did in the first one. So yeah, just a heck of a show, and we were kind of bringing up with Matthew about the Mohawk Foundation, some of the stuff that your team's working alongside with them. So they were super pumped to see you get their first esports victory here tonight. It's gotta feel pretty good.
They're a spectacular group. I really only found out I was going to have them on my car a couple days ago. We got everything sorted out really well, and I noticed I kept tabs, and I'm glad I was able to win the race for them, obviously. I kept tabs on everything throughout the race. They're super involved. We're super happy to have them on board the majority of our cars. It's the first time we really landed a big partner like this, and it's awesome to see that they're so involved with us and they care so much about what's happening. And honestly, I'm really proud to have had them on my car, and I'm glad I got them to win tonight, and it's their first esports race, especially with us, so that's got to feel good for them, and I'm happy I was able to get that done.
Yeah, what a way to break them into esports. I don't think you could write a better script than what you pulled off here tonight. But moving forward now, next week we go to Homestead. What do you feel about your chances going into next week?
I think, best case, sweep both races. Worst case, I crash.
Hey, you got it all covered there, so you'll be looking pretty good there. Yeah. So nothing unexpected there as well. But well, yeah. Before we send you off here, any other shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I appreciate obviously the opportunity to run with these guys this season. We didn't have the most beautiful departure last season, mid-season, so I appreciate the opportunity from them to come out here and give me a car. With my number on it, come out here and run it for them. Seth has done a great job getting all of our cars ready. Of course, they look beautiful. They always look beautiful. Thanks again to the Mohawk Foundation for coming on board. Those guys are behind a great cause, and they're behind a great race team. So, everybody, Seth, the Mohawk Foundation, Matt, all those guys made this possible. And I think we've put everybody on high alert for the rest of the season. We're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Who's calling his shots? Someone's got to knock Outlaw Racing off their pedestal. You guys just might be the guys to do it. And one thing before I send you off here as well, I've heard this, tattoo challenge. Now you got a win under your belt. Would you consider getting involved in that as well?
We'll have to see about that. I don't love needles.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there.
They've got some good pledges put together. I think I might put one out there that involves less body art and more monetary value, perhaps. But
yeah. See, that always works. Or maybe you can like get a temporary tattoo or something.
So I was planning was going to say this for Twitter, but I put in the entry form that my goal was to sweep every road course this season, or at least win one race at every road course. If I do sweep the road courses, it's going to be $50 directly to them. And if I sweep both races at both road courses, it'll be $150 directly to them. So, was going to save that for Twitter, but...
Yeah, well, yeah, you busted out here. Awesome. I'm sure they're excited for that opportunity, and hopefully you can get that done. And, best of luck to you in for the rest of the season. And sounds like you got the confidence going to the road courses here.
I think everybody else will be having a tough time seeing my taillights more hopefully. So
I love it. It's almost like someone's got to knock that Johnny Eckert off his pedestal, and it looks like you're the guy to do it.
The guy's hell of a road course racer. It'll be fun. So
yeah, be looking forward to it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Kind of rally winner of half number 2, and hey, how about that? Get the announcement for his pledge for the Mohawk Foundation if he wins those races and road course later on this season. Be sure to stay tuned right here on 3Y TV to find it out if he can get it done. What a wild night of racing action to kick things off. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Get alerts of every league that 3Y Racing delivers, but be sure to come right back here next Thursday night as we travel to Homestead for race number 2. Be sure to check us out. And for Carlos, I'm Mike Goodman. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Good night now.